Well, we're moving on to the last round that we're testing for the day, and it's the one that I think is going to be the least pleasant to shoot. It is Underwood 147 grain plus P jacketed hollow point. So Underwood's known for making fairly hot ammunition. I've never shot any of their 9mm as far as I can tell. I know I shot some of their Magnum caliber revolver stuff in the past, but I've never actually shot any of the 9. The bullet design's pretty old school. It's a nickel plated casing, which is of course nice. You know, a lot of the good self-defense ammos are nickel plated. We'll see how it does. We'll do 5 rounds here at 15 yards. We'll move to 10 and shoot a test, and then we'll do some retention shooting. I saved this one for last because I think it's going to be the one that's going to be the most painful to shoot. So, alrighty, let's see how she does. Let's see how I do. And in full disclosure, I might just suck here. So, which isn't indicative of the accuracy of the ammo, because we're really doing some reliability testing, but hopefully I don't suck here. That'd be nice if I didn't suck. Okay, so I got 10 in the gun. Here's what I can say about that. The ammo here is fairly hot. The advertised muzzle velocity is 1125 out of a 147 grain bullet, which, for reference, 1125 is where a lot of 115 and 124 grain stuff tends to be. My misses, I say misses, one in the 9 and then one in the 8, that was just me with my trigger presses there, and again, it's me kind of sucking. I will say, again, in the spirit of full disclosure, I thought that would be worse. That wasn't that bad. Now, is it the stoutest ammo I've shot all day? Yes. However, it didn't feel that much worse than shooting the 115 grain Black Hills plus P. That was surprisingly painful. I will say that with this heavier bullet, the slide velocity feels a little bit slower, but with that extra power, it's still getting in there just fine. So we're going to shoot a test here. We shall see how we do, and we'll go from there, starting from concealment here. Oh, that ain't good. Let's keep it downrange for a little bit here. Let's eject that. Let's take a look at that round. Let's see if we had a light hammer strike or no hammer strike. Interesting. Hard to see there. There's a little bit of a scratch on the primer there, but it looks like we did not have a full detonation there. It looks like, it's hard to tell here because of course I've got the gun here. It looks like we may have gotten fouling inside the firing pin channel, and that led to the hammer not having a good strike. So I'm going to reholster the gun here. We're going to cram that round back in there. Of course, this part of the test is kind of shot here, but let's reinsert. And yeah, chambered fine. So I'm just going to keep shooting at the same target here. And we locked open there, so that was strange. So it's hard to see it, but of course the firing pin channel is through there. There was some kind of yellowy stuff there, and all I can really say is that it looked like we had a hammer strike that didn't do anything there, and the trigger pull doesn't feel any different. Let's go do 5 rounds from retention, take a look in a second here, but again, I had to shoot slower there. Of course, we had a malfunction, but I shot a little slower. That ammo shoots pretty nicely. I was kind of worried that it was going to be really, really harsh, really heinous, but that wasn't that bad. Yeah, that wasn't that bad, truthfully. So let's go do some retention shooting. That weird error is kind of strange. I have cleaned out the firing pin channel in this gun before using a like a pipe cleaner thing and some toothpicks and some dental picks. So alrighty, let's do some retention shooting and see if we can get it to mouth. Woo! And locked open just fine there. So that was a very strange malfunction that we had here. And part of why we shot all this ammo today through the EDC X9 was to see if we could induce some weird malfunctions. That is one that I've never seen before. Now, of course, we kind of slowed it down there for the sake of the video here, but if that was a malfunction that we had when we needed the gun, that would have sucked, but just a quick tap rack would have alleviated the concern there, because it looked like there was some buildup of gunk that had gotten in there just from shooting today in the firing pin channel. So before we leave here, I want to do 5 more rounds of each of the HSTs that I normally carry, because I had a magazine-related malfunction. I just want to verify that it's a magazine-related issue, not an ammo-related issue. But thank you for watching, and we'll have a conclusion video at the end here. Thank you.